Alright, what's good, y'all? Your boy Iron Angel here. This video is going to be a little different, but it's been long overdue. I was asked, you probably know from the title what I'm talking about, but I've been asked this question pretty often, like months ago, and then it was quiet, and then I was asked recently. Excuse me. Sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm dealing with a cold, so got my tea. And oh yeah, by the way, wearing this a representation of Jadon Sancho. He returned back to BVB, but I'm a big BVB slash Liverpool fan, so very happy Jadon Sancho's back. He's going to be the next one. I said that before and I stand on it. But anyway, I got my tea. But I gave my word also that I was going to bring this up either this past weekend or early this week, and we're almost at the middle of the week, so I want to make sure I talk about this subject. It ain't going to be long, and I'm gonna do my best. I know I say a lot that it ain't gonna be long, then videos become long because I just like to talk every now and then. But yeah, I do want to bring this up and put it to rest. Maybe it'll come back up, who knows? But this subject, in the way I'm about to put it, I'm gonna put it to rest. Anyway, sorry, roll company, roll company. Anyway, I was asked by Don. Shout out to Don in my comment section. Don asked a question which has been asked, like I said, a while ago, but then it was quiet. But I've been asked again, and I meant to talk about it, which is Road Company. What's my opinion on it right now? What's my thoughts about it? He said that he gave up, if I remember correctly, on the comments. He said, "What's your opinion on Road Company?" I kind of gave up on it, or I gave up on something like that. But he wanted to know what I thought. Sorry if I got that comment. They didn't say it perfectly, but it was something like that, to that effect. Basically, wanted to know just my thoughts on it. Because if y'all follow my channel for a while, like Don did, you know I played Road Company every day. Probably, I literally gave it like 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. I loved Road Company, and I still believe it's one of the best setups in a game, like with characters, maps, abilities, modes. It had everything that I like in a multiplayer team-based game. I love third person over first person, so on and so forth. And I played the mess out of it. I always say on this channel, when I play games, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to play it as a chore like, oh, I don't want to, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want the views. I'm not that person. So I used to be a little bit when it came to 2K. That's why I stopped playing 2K, because it wasn't fun. It just became a job, like an assignment more than having fun. Anyway, and Road Company, though, was that game. My wife knew it. My friends knew it. Like, I was playing Road Company more than anything. And shout out to Road Company, too, because that was the first game company that made me a partner of their game. And I think I'm still partnered with them. I think I still am because I think I'm still in. I don't know. Regardless if I am, but I was the first game ever to give me a shot to be a partner in their game. So that was cool. Oh, hold up. Actually, I think I posted a picture there when I got my first like package from Road Company. It was cool. I never got that experience. You always see other people do who's like way bigger, but Road Company saw my channel and gave me a shot, which was really cool. But so I always respect them for it. But my thoughts on the game now, because obviously I haven't played it in a long time, and it's because I'm not gonna talk bad about anyone. I'm always going to be honest, though. I tell everybody, if you want me to be part of something, I'm never going to badmouth you. I'm never going to cuss you out. I'm never going to call for your job. But I am going to be honest. I'm not going to lie and sit there and be like, oh, y'all, everything works out perfectly. I'm not that person. And I'm not a YouTuber where I hide all the bad stuff because I want to be in good graces with a company. No. I'm going to show everything that I deal with when I play. So, sorry, TV is on. Just forgot I had it on. But I'm not gonna hide. There's some that you'll see a little clip of their game that they're sponsored by or that they're partnered with, and they only want to show that small clip because that's the only good footage that they got. But most of the other footage is bad because of connection and all that stuff. Then I'm not that person. To each his own. I like to be honest with what I'm doing, but and that's what I was doing when I was playing a lot of the game. In the beginning, middle of my process of playing Road Company, I had a great time. And then, man, Road Company was dealing with a lot, bro. A lot. Issues with connections was insane. It was insane. I mean, I would go 2, 3, 4 games of games just skipping and connection issues and getting kicked out of nowhere. And then which I love to hear. Then the other worst part was other players would say the same thing because I used to think it was me. That's how many times it happened that I thought it was just my connection, even though I paid for great internet and wired. I'm like, maybe it's me because this is happening too. But I don't play any other game that has this issue. So maybe it's me. But then I asked everybody, like whoever I played with in the match, and they would say, no, it wasn't you. It's the game. But with that and lack of communication to the community, even to partners, like there was people that was asking me, yo, since you're a partner, can you say something? I'm like, yo, they're not responding. I said, hey, can y'all fix the server? And I was showing them footage because I'm not a person just talking out showing anything when I was doing that stuff. But I was like, I'm not getting a response. So it came to the point where I didn't even say nothing no more. But that was one of the biggest issues. And secondly, it was the matchmaking. That game punished you if you was really good. Really. You would be good. I'll be tempted sometimes to talk the game but not play good just so I can be with people that are good or at least decent, But it was crazy. You would play one good game. You're not even playing like amazing. You're just playing just enough to get your team to win, right? And for the next 10 games, you're playing with I don't like I said, I don't like bad about the people, but you play with people that don't even know what the controls are. And the funniest part is your whole team is like that. Then you face a team that knows exactly what they're doing. And it was like, is the game set it up like this? How am I matched up with? How is every person on my team don't know what the buttons are or don't know what to do? But every time it's not the same on the other end. There's always a team that knows what they're doing. And this is not me crapping on nobody. You can watch those videos. You can see, like, I would have, you ever seen the YouTuber, and I'm going to give him a shout out, Marksman on Call of Duty? Anyway, Marksman has that issue when he plays, like, Search and Destroy. I would have, I'm just throwing an example, 30 kills, something like that. Second place would have 3 or 4. And so that was second place, so you know what the other numbers were. And it would happen like that for 6, 7 games straight. And I don't want to play no more. And then it's like, then I finally get a good game where I'm matched up with players that are like me or better than me or just know what they're doing. Because I'm not asking to win every game. I mean, that's impossible. You can't win every game. You're going to lose. That's how you learn to grow and get better. But it's like, can we have an even field? And even when I played rank, I didn't know the difference either. It was like, okay, either the rank system was messed up, which I was glad to know that because later I found out from someone who played rank a lot that he said, no, it's not you. That's an issue that's been going on in rank. They just haven't fixed it or addressed it yet. So I was like, okay. But anyway, so those two became a huge headache. And maybe when I first played the game and in the middle of Road Company, I didn't realize. Maybe it was happening then too, but because I was having so much fun, I didn't realize it. But I think once it starts happening continuously and continuously and continuously, it was like, okay, I'm tired of sitting here sweating just to keep my team alive. It was, I remember this, like I kept my Road Company playlist though, so you can see it there. I will advise y'all though, near the end of my playlist, I start raging, and that's when I know it's time for me to give the game a break or stop playing at all because I'm not one to rage. I don't like raging. It's not my thing, but one of those videos, especially like the last part of that playlist, you start seeing, you can really see the change and all. I think I have like 300 some Road Company videos, but like the last maybe 20 videos of that playlist, you start seeing my attitude change where I don't care. I start complaining a lot. I start yelling, all this other stuff. Like you can really see it. But I have a whole playlist there. But there was a opponent. Actually, this happened a few times. The proof is on the playlist, but he'll send me a message or she'll be like, yo, I know you lost, but don't. That's not your fault, bro. We literally had to triple team you, and it was. I was literally getting triple, quadruple team almost every game after that one good game I had because I was the only one doing my thing, and it was like, okay, I like the respect that I'm that good, humbly, I'm that good according to what they said, but it's not what I'm playing team play game for. You know what I'm saying? So. It was like, it drained me. It was like after just I'll be on there for maybe an hour and I'm like, okay, turn it off. And I wouldn't want to play for a few days because I'm hoping maybe the matchmaking will get fixed. And the worst part about it was with the connection and the matchmaking. I don't believe it was because I did reactions to when they had their little they'll have their videos like the combat cast of Mortal Kombat, but they'll have where people in the company would come and talk to the fans on their YouTube channel, and I don't believe they ever addressed that. I don't believe that it was. They will address battle passes and stuff, which, by the way, that's another thing I want to get to, because I realized I went a while for that little conference for that little part I said, but this was another big thing for me that I don't like in any game: their monetization. Just here's the thing I always stand on. Just because you're like people always think because a game's free to play, the company should just make just focus on money, 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 money. Yes, a company needs money to stay afloat, but there's a difference between needing to stay afloat and just being greedy and looking greedy, I should say, and all these crazy prices. And then not only that, but when that's a focus more than keeping your game right, that's what I have a big problem with. And it just Rogue Company. I have that problem with a lot of games to where you focus on the battle passes more than fixing issues. It's like, can you fix the issues first? I'm not even going to play the game to even buy that battle pass or skin or whatever if you're not going to fix this. So, like, what's the problem? But Rogue Company had that, and that was a big issue when it came to, first off, not addressing connection issues and matchmaking and stuff like that, but addressing the next battle pass and all these skins and money this and pay this and buy. It was like, this is going to be more than paying for a $60 game. And us, not just me, but a lot of people in the community felt insulted that it's like, all right, send us your thoughts. Send us this. And on Twitter and social media, everybody will say the same thing. It will be the same thoughts. Yo, can you fix the connections? Can you fix the matchmaking? It would never be addressed from my remembrance. I don't think it's ever been addressed. You can see my videos. It's been a while. But it was never addressed. But the next microtransaction was addressed. And it was like, okay, y'all didn't hear nothing we said, did you? And you need your consumers to keep your game afloat. The reason League of Legends and other games, even games that some people might not like Overwatch, it's like a 50-50 thing. Some like Overwatch, some don't. What keeps it afloat is their player base. They're still there. So you got to please your player base. And we're not going to be pleased if we have to go there and we have to look hard because it's skipping all day, or we have to sweat for hours because we put time in the game to be good. But that was a huge thing. And I remember saying that. I do remember saying that in the video. I was like, look, it's been a while. They haven't addressed these issues. We've been dealing with it for too long. People in my comment section was like, yo, did you get any news? And I'm like, no, they don't. Just because you're a partner of a game don't mean they tell you that stuff. And they don't have to respond. And it's like I said, I never cussed out anybody. I don't even talk like that. I've never cussed out anybody. Never say anything rude. I say, hey, with all due respect, can you please fix this before the next microtransaction? And that was a huge problem. And my last straw was The Walking Dead. It was a Walking Dead DLC. And I never forget, Rogue Company was dry. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. It was dry with content. It was like, even us, not just me, but other YouTubers was throwing ideas that Rogue Company could do. They never even tried that. They were just trying for the new skin or something. I never forget when the first Walking Dead collab they had. Me and some other people thought that a lot of people thought, oh, we're having a new mode. I think it was Walking Dead like on a Halloween season or something. But anyway, we was like, okay, we could see some offline, zombie something, because it made it look like, I'll never forget the first time I remember it looked like, because they didn't it wasn't advertised as a just buy this. No, the little cinematic. It was like, oh, okay. All right, we might get a little, zombie horde, which that game, it could work perfectly. And then when that came out and it just was a $30 or $20 or $30 skin, and that was it. No updates no updates for the servers, no updates for matchmaking, no updates for moles, no updates for nothing. Just buy me. First off, as a fan, as a consumer, that's insulting, because you can get your money. Because here's the thing. I don't mind supporting a company that supports their fan base. That's the key word, though, supports their fan base. when your fans are asking for months to a year. I mean, like I said, it's been a while, but I have 300 something videos, and they span in a long time. But when you have not just me, but a lot of people asking for something, and you do the opposite, it pulls people away, and it pulled me away. That and all the other stuff I just said, I remember I raged, and it made me think, okay, it's becoming toxic. As much as I love the game, excuse me. As much as I love the game, it's becoming toxic because it seems like there's nobody talking, addressing the fans. Because I'll never forget one guy, actually a few people said it. It was like someone said they're not listening to us at all. They literally they're asking us what our thoughts are. We give our thoughts and they don't address it at all. Not even mention it. And then you know what's funny? I said it and it's so true. I went to Overwatch. I went to Roll Company's channel, YouTube channel recently, and I realized the same commercial or upload they had on Roll Company, which is The Walking Dead, is still one of the last 2 or 3 videos that they posted. And I remember when that DLC came out, I said it. It's on camera. I said, this can hurt the company. This can hurt the company. And it seems like it has, because it seems like they've been dry with even having their people in the company. They used to, like I said, they used to have a videos and commercials where they'll have people from the company talk and then show commercials of something. The only commercial they had after that Walking Dead was one new character, but that was like 7 months ago. But usually they would have something on the constant. Which, by the way, their collabs were nice. Their Rambo one, like I said, the game itself is great. It's the people in the back that us as fans, and I'll just talk about me, speak for myself, that me as a fan, I felt insulted because it's like, okay, you're quick to throw money out here to buy, pay my bills, but we're not going to take care of your situation. And throwing a game free to play doesn't fix the problem when it's almost unplayable. So like I said, I take that as an offense, and I refuse to buy anything. As much as their stuff, their skin, because I would give them the nod. Their skins were great for the most part. Their battle passes were good. I don't know how they are now when it comes to their battle pass, but they were really good. And another question I was asked before was, would I ever go back? I did. Me and my friend, you hear him, his name is Kyle. You see him, me and him play like World War Z or Overwatch. He's never played Roll Company. And he said he watched me play, and I was going to check on the game. It was literally not too long ago. And I was like, you want to play with me just to see? This is his experience. Now, the one thing that I always said Roll Company also had issues with was getting their game out there. Their advertisement was not good. They barely had any commercials or whatever. And so you need people like me and word to mouth to get people in. And so this was like, and I was doing that with my YouTube channel. I was posting videos, but this was also a personal one that I did where I brought a friend who's a really good gamer who he would have been really good at Roll Company. He's that skilled. He would have known how Roll Company is. He would have been really good on that. And I brought him there, his first time playing. Guess what happened? Connection issues. We didn't know what he would. First off, it happened to him first. We're in the famous map where it's on like in the street, and it has that Gundam looking character in the middle, but it's in the street, one end and one in the other. And he was like, "Yo, I'm not moving. Everybody else is moving but me." And then I realized too, I looked in the map, everybody was skipping, and then I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. This is the first game. And then I'm shooting someone, and the bullet's going through them, and then that person I was shooting is all the way down the other side of the map. And I was like, oh, here we go again. And he was like, is this what you was talking about before? I said, yeah. We played another game. It happened the same way. Back to back bad connection issues. The people who was in the game was laughing. They was like, are you serious? Really? Someone made a good point. They said maybe Roll Company can't afford to keep this game afloat. They should probably give it to somebody else, get some money out of that, give it to a high-end game company, and let that game company take over it. Maybe it'll be better then. And I agree. At first I was like, really? But then thinking about it, I'm like, that's actually a good idea because the game itself is great. It's whatever's happening behind the scenes. that I guess don't have enough employees or what. And now, so that was just recently. I took my friend and we played, and it was a bad experience. I haven't played it again, even though that was not too long ago, but still. And that was me giving it another shot. I love Roll Company. I every now and then behind the scenes, I watch to see if anything is happening. Do I catch all the news? No, I'm not gonna say that because maybe there's some new stuff that I don't know about that's happening. But this is just from my experience. Even on their YouTube channel, it's dry. Um, like I said, the last video they posted was 6 months ago, and it's buy this, buy that. What about to keep the game right? What about when newcomers on here, it's not these people that don't know how to play versus people that are highly skilled? That's another thing I always say in any game. You're not going to keep people, a lot of the casuals, you're not going to keep them when they come in like that. They come in and the whole team they have is full of people like them, and then they face a team full of high ranked players who's playing on casual. That's not going to work in any game. People are going to quit. But my thoughts on Roll Company to finish this off, because it's almost 30 minutes. Again, like I said, I was trying to not talk long, but yeah. My thoughts on Roll Company is I hope one day it does come back. Ooh, I needed that tea. But I hope one day it does come back full force, strong, ready to go for the fans, for everybody. I have nothing but appreciation for the time I had on that game, the people I've met in that game, because I met a lot of people who played the game. Like, I've done all the modes. Like, you should see it. Excuse me. The people I met, the competition, there was a lot of great players on there. Players way better than me, players at my skill level, players I was better than, but we all had a good time. And I remember it was oh man, Roll Company had this high moment where they was releasing this 2v2s and these other games. This was like, you could see it too. It was like in my playlist. And like I said, from the beginning to the middle of those playlists of me playing a game, all those different things they had. Oh man, it was amazing. It was fun. It made you want to learn different weapons. Like, the mastery was nice. That was the first game in a while I went back to sniping, because sniping felt good on there. So I hope one day it goes back to that high. But it's up to whoever's behind the scenes. I appreciate them for making me a partner. Like I said, I think I still am, but I haven't played the game, and I'm not going to force myself to play the game. Oh, by the way, being partner is not getting paid. It's just you'll get some news early, and you'll get sometimes a code for like the battle pass. I don't want you to think like games. I'm not sponsored. It was just a partner. So yeah, and I met some YouTubers who was doing it. Everything. It was a good time. It was a good time. But for right now, the way I look at it, they don't want you to play it, because you can't play something that skips every 5 seconds. Like I said, my friend and I played back to back, and I don't want to hear, because it'll be that one person, well, I turned it on and it was good. I mean, that's good for you. It's nice to know one out of a group, it works, but the group it doesn't work for, and we got to go to game after game after game after game to get one good one. That doesn't fix. I'm talking about a majority. Now, maybe on Twitter or something, they're announcing that they're fixing it. Like I said, I haven't researched a lot. Every now and then I peek, but I'm telling you from a recent experience, my friend and I was on back-to-back matches, skipping. We couldn't even focus. I can't speak for him, but my head was hurting. I can't deal with skipping. I get my head hurt. That's why in fighting games, I need those Wi-Fi filters, because I need to play with someone who has great connection. And so, yeah, it was a great moment. I will always keep that playlist on this channel, even the lows at the end. Yeah, it was one of those games I felt like I made a difference. As in, when I was on the field, I was a problem. And I was a problem though. And you can see the videos. Even on games I never forget, opponents would send me messages saying, yo, salute to you, bro. You did your thing. I would lose, but it was one of those games where because I was, like I told you how my teams were, and we should get spanked. But then we'll only lose by maybe 2 kills or 2 points. And it was like because I would help my team. Like that was something. It didn't beat other YouTubers or other just players who was good. It was nice to face them one on like not one on one, but it was nice to face them head on because it was like, dang, that was a nice move they did. They was telling me it was a nice move I did. It was like back and forth, but it's a team game, so you can't base what your skills doing to win a game for the most part. It's more of the whole team. If your team brings you down, more than likely you're gonna be brought down. So has its highs than low. Has its highs and its lows. Unfortunately, it was more lows. You can't play a game where it's skipping every 5 seconds. I can't. So if you can, I don't know how you do it, but that God help. God bless you. Anyway, this has gone long enough, but thank you to Don for the question. I'm glad I was able to get this out. Again, I have nothing but love for everybody, but I gotta keep my peace of mind. As fun as the game is, if it don't give me peace of mind, yeah. Either I got to go a different route in how to play it, or I just don't play it all until it's fixed. But rest assured, I'll be keeping an eye on it because I'm a hopeful person. I have hope one day Roll Company will come back and even be better than it's ever been, and you'll see me right on there too. So I might not say nothing. You might just see me on the field. Even any day, you might just turn it on and see Iron Angel. If you see that, you just know I'm giving it a shot. Hey, you better be careful.